What do you mean you are married? I don't know. Mabilis na tumawag si Charmaine sa kanyang nobyo, upang ibalita ang kanyang nalaman. Kasalukuyan silang nagpaplano ng kasal, at kinakailangan niyang kumuha ng papeles na magpapatunay na siya ay single. Ngunit ikinagulat niya ang resulta nito. She is married to a man that she doesn't know. Walter Silva. What do you mean you don't know? Come on Charmaine, this is not funny at all, so please kung pina-prank mo lang ako. I'm telling you now, it's not a good prank. She doesn't know what to say. Kung pwede nga lang sana niyang sabihin na siya'y nagbibiro lamang. Dinig na dinig niya pa sa kabilang linya ang inis sa tinig ng nobyo. Pupunta ako sa office mo, upang makapag-usap tayo, dugtong ni Charmaine. Nagbuntong hininga ang kanyang kausap. Okay, I'll wait until you're here hon. I love you. She went straight to her car, and drove to her boyfriend's office building. She can't help but to reminisce. She met her boyfriend in his own company. He was successful at his young age. Oscar is only 30, but he is already a CEO of his own shipping company. He also owns restaurants, bars and hotels. She applied there as his secretary, and they fell in love with each other. She's only 23 back then. And now they've been together for almost 3 years. They were planning to get married that year. She drove for 30 minutes. She parked her car then went inside. Kilala na siya ng mga tao roon. Dati siyang secretary ni Oscar, at ngayon ay soon to be the boss wife. Bumati sa kanya ang lahat, at ganoon din naman siya. Agad siyang pumasok sa elevator. Good afternoon, Ma'am Charmaine. Kay Boss Oscar po ba? Ate Wina, sabi ko naman sa'yo na Charmaine na lamang. Wala naman pong nabago. Naku ma'am, hindi po pwede. Mapapangasawa na po kayo ni Boss Oscar, kaya dapat ma'am na rin ang tawag namin sa inyo. Ngumiti pa ito kay Charmaine. Wala na rin siyang magawa. Lahat ng narito sa building, ay pulos ma'am ang tawag sa kanya. Nakakailang lang dahil dati rin naman siyang empleyado roon. Bumukas na ang elevator. Salamat, Ate Wina. Naglakad lamang siya ng kaunti, at nakita na niya ang bagong secretary ng nobyo. Medyo matanda na ito. Hi, he is expecting me. Oh yes Miss Castro, Mr. Navarro is waiting for you inside. Tumayo ito at iginaya siya sa opisina ng boss. Kumatok muna ito ng 3 beses, bago binuksan ang pinto. Sumilip lamang ito. Sir, your fiancé is here. The secretary opened the door widely. Mabilis tumayo ang nobyo, at lumapit sa kanya. Humalik ito ng mabilis sa kanyang labi at yamakap. Narinig na lamang niya ang pagsara ng pinto. Hinawakan ni Oscar ang kanyang kanang kamay, at iginaya sa isang sofa na naroon sa opisina nito. Tell me, what were you saying a while ago? Oscar asked her. Charmaine took a deep breath before she started. Iniabot niya sa nobyo ang brown envelope na hawak. Oscar took it and opened it. He read the paper silently. Then he stood up. Itinapon nito ang brown envelope sa sariling lamesa. Paano nangyari ito? Oscar faced her. Charmaine is just sitting, and looking at her boyfriend. She saw the dismay on his face. I wish I knew Oscar, but I don't. Nandyan ang pangalan ng lalaki na yun. And I'm planning to meet him. Meet him. Pag-uulit ni Oscar. Yes. Isa itong pagkakamali, okay. Hindi ko kilala ang lalaki na yan. Kaya kailangan kong malaman kung alam ba niya ito o may kinalaman ba siya. Walter Silva is one of the richest businessman in whole Asia. Kailan lang din siya nakilala, dahil lang sa ama nito. Pero mabilis umusbong ang negosyo niya, kaya naungusan niya ako. His dad's business territory is around the West. Kaya nag-concentrate siya sa Asia. You know him? She asked. Not personally, just his name. Sumandal si Oscar sa kanyang lamesa, at nakatingin lamang kay Charmaine. When do you plan to meet him? I'll go with you. I'll update you as soon as I get the chance. Sa totoo lamang ay hindi alam ni Charmaine, kung kailan at paano niya haharapin ang lalaking nagngangalang Walter Silva. Oscar walked towards Charmaine and Neil. He held her hands. Han, asikasuhin na natin ito agad-agad. Gustong-gusto na kita maging asawa. Charmaine smiled. Kinuha niya ang mga kamay ni Oscar, at kinulong sa mukha ng lalaki. She kissed him quick. Me too. Matamlay na nahiga si Charmaine sa kanyang kama. It was 4 p.m. Sandali lamang siyang nagstay sa opisina ng nobyo, dahil mayroon daw itong importanteng meeting. Then she remembered the calling card he gave to her. It's about her stranger husband. Nais sana ng kanyang nobyo na ito na ang gagawa ng appointment, but she insisted to do it. Besides, it's her problem. She hesitated to call because it's already 4 p.m. But she needed to try it. She took her phone and dialed the number. It's just ringing. She's about to give up when someone answers it. Hello, this is Mr. Silva office, how may I help? Napaunat siya ng upo sa kanyang kama. Hi, this is Charmaine Castro, I just want to make an appointment with Mr. Walter Silva please. May I know the reason for your request? She is very polite. Charmaine doesn't know what to say. Sasabihin ba niya about sa pagiging married nila, or magsisinungaling na lang siya na tungkol ito sa business? Miss Castro, still there? Yes, I'm still here. It's about just a personal matter. Okay Miss Castro. Can you hold on for a second? I'll contact Mr. Silva about this. Mabilis nitong iniligay siya sa on-hold mode. She's kinda nervous and she doesn't know why. She stood up at pabalik-balik na lumakad, habang kagat ang kanyang kuko. She does this when she's tense. Miss Castro, yeah, I'm here, mabilis niyang sagot. Next week po, he is free at any time, and willing to meet you here in his office. She sighed for relief. But Mr. Silva said he wants to meet you alone. He said, if ever you are accompanied by someone, you are not allowed to see him. She frowned. But why? Ngunit hindi na niya ito tinanong. Ang kailangan lang naman niya ay makausap ito. I understand. Thank you. At ibinaba na niya ang telepono. At least maayos niya nang maagap ang problema, at makakapagpakasal na sila ng kanyang nobyo. She went straight to her bathroom and took a shower. Who is this guy? His name sounds familiar. Well, sabi nga ng kanyang boyfriend ay one of the richest businessmen in whole Asia. Malamang ay naririnig na niya ang pangalan nito. It took 20 minutes, when she finished her shower. She pats herself dry using her towel, then put her robe on and went out. She didn't bother to put on some clothes, because she lives alone in her house. Ang kanyang parents ay kasalukuyang nasa States, upang magbakasyon. Deserve ng kanyang mga magulang ang bakasyon, dahil sa sakripisyo ng mga ito, nang siya ay ma-accident. Hindi umalis ang mga ito sa kanyang tabi. Dati ay marangya ang kanilang pamumuhay, at maraming negosyo. Ngunit isang araw ay bigla na lamang itong nalugi. Hindi na sa kanya na detalye ng magulang kung paano nangyari. The last thing she know nang magising siya mula sa coma, ay binenta na lahat ng kanyang ama ang mga negosyo nito. She took her laptop and turned it on. While still loading, she sat on her chair in front of her vanity mirror, and blow-dried her hair. Nang matapos ay kinuha niya ang laptop, at dinala sa kanyang kama. She searched for her stranger husband. Walter Silva. Mabilis lumabas ang information nito sa screen. She read it. Illegitimate son of Randolph Silva with his mistress. They didn't mention his mother's name, 35 years of age, 187.96 centimeters in height. Whoa. He is tall. She is 5'5" but 6'2" is too much for her. Single and never been seen with a woman. People think he is gay. Gay? Well, it's easier if that's the case. She smiled. Now, I can sleep well. I just wish that he really is gay so, it will not be complicated. I can't go with you. Kasalukuyan silang nasa coffee shop ni Oscar. That's what he wants, hon. Kung hindi ako sasang-ayon, maaaring hindi na makipag-usap iyon. Lalo lang tayong mahihirapan. I don't trust that guy. Pagtutol ni Oscar. I think he is gay. Nabasa ko kagabi sa isang site, na hindi raw nakitaan ito na nakipag-date sa isang babae. Fabricated. Malamang bayad yung article na iyan. Marami akong naririnig sa mga co-business owners ko, na iba-iba raw ang babae ng lalaki na iyon. Han, walang lalaki na hindi mabibighani sa iyong ganda. Kaya hindi ko hahayaan na mag-isa kang pupunta ngayon. Han, please. Baka hindi tayo papasukin kung malalaman na may kasama ako. She held Oscar's hand. Don't worry, I can do this. Hindi matatapos ang araw na ito, na hindi maayos ang lahat. Charmaine doesn't know why she felt nervous. She is now walking into Walter Building. She is wearing corporate attire. Plain white fit blouse and a blazer on top, and partner with a fitted skirt above the knee. Tinungo niya ang reception area. Hi, I have an appointment with Mr. Silva. The receptionist smiled at her genuinely. Name please, the receptionist asked. Charmaine Castro. Pagkarinig sa kanyang pangalan, ay mabilis itong nagradyo. Maya-maya pa ay mayroong lumapit na isang lalaki. Dindo, paki-assist si Mrs. Silva. Kanina pa hinihintay ni Sir ang kanyang asawa. Charmaine was shocked by the way she addressed her. Asawa. Sumunod siya sa lalaking napag-utusan. Sumakay sila ng elevator na mayroong note na, only for Silva family. Pinindot nito ang pinakaitaas, 22nd. That's high. Pagbukas ng elevator ay sumunod na lamang si Charmaine kay Dindo, nakita niya na kinausap nito sandali ang sekretarya, at mabilis ding nilisan ang floor. Sinalubong si Charmaine ng sekretarya. Ito rin siguro ang kanyang nakausap sa telepono. Good morning Mrs. Silva, dito po tayo. I'm sorry, but I am not Mrs. Silva. I am Miss Castro, pagtatama niya. The secretary just smiled at her, and opened the door. Charmaine saw a guy standing, facing the glass wall. And both hands were inside his pocket. He's wearing an expensive coat and tie. Mr. Silva, your wife is here. Hindi alam ni Charmaine, ngunit ang bilis ng tibok ng kanyang puso. Pakiramdam niya ay sasabog ito. Then the guy turned around and looked at her. Pinagmasdan siya nito mula ulo hanggang paa. Paulit-ulit siya nitong pinagmasdan sa ganoong paraan. Tango lamang ang sinagot ng lalaki sa secretary, at hindi pa rin ito inaalis ang mata sa kanya. He looks so foreign. Marunong kaya itong magtagalog? Blue eyes, thick eyebrows, pointed nose, and slightly pouty red lips. He's moreno and he looks taller in person. He's not real. These looks don't exist. It's like someone drew this guy, and magically happened to be real. Charmaine saw the secretary leave the room, and closed the door. Sit. Tinuro nito ang upuan sa harap ng sarili nitong executive table. Nauna itong naupo sa kanyang pwesto, na animoy isang hari. Charmaine gasped for breath. Ang lalim ng boses nito, na akala mo ay galing kung saan. His voice sounds dangerous but pleasant to hear. Nakatingin lamang ang lalaki sa kanya, at hindi maalis ang titig. She sat down. Huminga muna siya ng malalim bago nagsalita. So, I think you already know why I'm here. He just nodded. Kailan mo pa nalaman? Long time ago, walang ganang sagot ni Walter. Sumandal ito sa swivel chair, at simpleng ginalaw. Naanimoy nilalaro ang kinauupuan. Kung ganoon pala ay bakit hindi mo ako hinahanap, para sana naman ay naayos natin to dati pa. Medyo tumataas na ang boses ni Charmaine, ngunit kontrolado pa rin. I did, but you were in a coma. Yeah, she was in a coma for 6 months, but I'm okay now. Ayusin na natin ito. Tumango lang ulit si Walter. He is not really interested in what she was saying. All he did was look at her face, like he was trying to memorize it. Nalaman mo ba kung paano nangyari ito? Muling tanong ni Charmaine dahil hindi niya kinakaya ang mga tingin ng kausap. No time to find out. You know what Miss Castro? I am a busy person. Hindi ako masyadong nag-aaksaya ng oras sa mga walang kabuluhang bagay. Kinuha nito ang nakalapag na mamahaling ballpoint, at nagsimulang pumirma ng mga papeles, na sa tingin ni Charmaine ay nangangalahati pa lang ang natatapos nito. Walang kabuluhan sa iyo to. Kasal ka sa taong hindi mo kilala. Besides, nalaman ko na mayaman ka. Billionaire actually. Kayang-kaya mo na paimbestigahan kung paano nangyari ito, hindi ba? He smirks. Married to you is not bad at all. When I saw you in a coma, lying in that private hospital bed. You know what I wanna do? He stopped writing and looked at her. I wanted to kidnap and take you home. Charmaine looked through his eyes. It's dangerous. Napalunok siya. His voice is giving her goosebumps. Nagtayuan ang kanyang mga balahibo. We need to discuss this professionally, please, she said with a nervous voice. Tuluyan nang ibinaba ni Walter ang ballpoint, at nagtipa sa teleponong naroon sa ibabaw ng kanyang table. Kath, send Attorney Jimenez here. Just a minute. Someone entered his office. Not an old man, but it's obvious that he is older than them. You can sit down there, Walter said with a commanding voice. Umupo naman ang attorney sa isang chair na malapit kay Walter. Explain it to her, utos muli ni Walter. Ang tanging magiging solusyon lamang sa inyong problema ay annulment. Ngunit ang annulment ay hindi basta-basta. Naglabas ito ng papel sa kanyang attaché case. Binigyan sila ng tig-isa. There are 6 legal grounds for annulment. Ayon sa inyong papel, ang araw na kayo ay kinasal. You, Miss Castro was 22 back then. And Mr. Silva was 32 years old. Hindi nga ako kinasal sa kanya. Tumaas na ang boses ni Charmaine. Nag-base lamang ako sa nakalagay sa inyong papel. Let me continue. Ibig sabihin ay hindi kayo pasok sa una, which is lack of parental consent. Pangalawa ay psychological incapacity, which means you are not mentally fit. Is there any chance na mayroon kang iniinom na gamot for your mental health back then? She doesn't remember. Pero ang pagkakatanda niya ay wala naman. Umiling lamang siya. The other grounds are fraud, which is not the ideal of Mr. Silva. The other one is consent of marriage obtained by force, which is hard to prove because we don't have solid evidence. Hindi pa ba sapat ang ebidensya na hindi kami magkakilala? Ngayon ko lang siya nakita, attorney. That will be hard to prove too, because you were both living in Santa Fe. She frowned and looked at the guy who was just looking at her, like he never gets tired of her face. You live in Santa Fe? She asked Walter. Born and raised, he answered with enigmatic smile. Lalong lumalim ang pagkakunot ng noo ni Charmaine. Who are you? She asked herself. The last 2 grounds for annulments are serious sexually transmitted disease and impotence. Is there any chance that you? No. I'm a virgin, how would I know that? Nabigla siya sa kanyang sinabi. Ngunit naiinis din siya dahil sa kanya lang ito tinanong ng attorney. Well, I don't have that kind of disease. And I'm sure I can give you a baby if you will let me, Walter answered. He looked at Charmaine, and he laughed with sarcasm. I'm not playing here, Mr. Silva. Walang nakakatawa sa nangyayari. Kailangan natin ayusin ito, dahil ikakasal na ako. Nauubusan na ng pasensya si Charmaine. Oh, so, my wife is cheating. Walter looked at his attorney. Maaari ko ba silang edemanda ng kanyang boyfriend? Because I felt deceived by my own wife. Umangat ang gilid ng labi nito, na animoy nanunudyo. Pwede mo silang kasuhan ng bigamy at adultery, sagot ng attorney. What are you doing, Mr. Silva? I am serious here. Mahina hong tao si Charmaine, ngunit ngayon ay nauubos na ang kanyang pasensya. So am I, Miss Castro, mabilis na sagot ni Walter. Dapat ang inaalam mo ay paanong nangyari ito. Paanong ang kagaya natin na hindi magkakilala ay kasal. Napatayo na si Charmaine sa inis. Like I said, I don't mind if I'm married to you. Walter also stood up and walked towards Charmaine. He lifted her chin up towards his face. He stared at her brown round eyes. Break up with your boyfriend, Charm, and let's make this marriage work out. Binalya ni Charmaine ang kamay ni Walter, na nakahawak sa kanyang baba. She is now mad. Mr. Jimenez, thank you but you can go now. Pinaalis ni Walter ang attorney, nang hindi man lang ito tinitignan. Naramdaman nila ang pagtayo nito, at paglabas ng opisina. Nang maisara ang pinto ay mabilis hinela ni Walter si Charmaine sa isang sofa na naroon, at pabalya siyang pinaupo. Nagulat si Charmaine sa ginawa ng lalaki. "What are you doing?" she asked. "This." At sinunggaban siya nito ng halik na nagpaparusa. Pilit na lumalaban si Charmaine. Ngunit hinawakan nito ang kanyang dalawang kamay, pataas sa kanyang ulunan, gamit lamang ang isa nitong kamay. At ang isang palad nito ay dumadapo kung saan-saan. Inipit din nito ang kanyang mga paa sa mga binti nito. She didn't kiss him back. Nakatikom lamang ang bibig niya. Then Walter squeezed her chest. Napabulong si Charmaine, kaya naman mabilis na ipasok ni Walter ang kanyang dila sa bibig ng dalaga. Ninamnam niya ang bawat sulok nito. Walter can hear her little whisper. Halos punatin niya ang pangitaas nitong damit sa kasabikan na makita ang tinatago ni Charmaine. Binitawan na niya ang pagkakahawak sa mga kamay ng babae, dahil hindi na ito nanlalaban pa. Nakikita niyang nagugustuhan na rin ito ang nangyayari. He slid her bra and sucked her skin. She's pulling his hair and that excites him. He then slowly touched her precious gem down there. He can feel it above her. He kissed her again, this time she responded. Charmaine felt the hunger and longing. Naghahalikan din naman sila ng kanyang nobyo. Ngunit hindi siya nakakaramdam ng ganitong pananabik. Anong nangyari sa kanya? Walter is now playing her skin. Napapaiktad si Charmaine sa tuwing tumatama ito at nakililiti siya. "I'll play it," he asked her, and just she nodded. Ibinaba ni Walter ang babae hanggang binti. At muling pinaglaruan ito. "Please. She can't help it. You want me to stop?" Walter asked her with his soft deep voice. Umiling si Charmaine ng mabilis. "Not now." Dahil may nararamdaman na siyang iba sa katawan niya. Walter kissed her again. Nag-espadahan ang kanilang mga dila. Charmaine's body is trembling. Walter stopped kissing Charmaine, and just stared at her face. "Yes baby, hold for me please. Oh God, his wife is really beautiful. Her face is full of lust, but he saw more than that. She is gorgeous. He saw a lot of beautiful women. But her beauty is unexplainable. Breathtaking is an understatement. You're mine charm. Just mine." Walter felt her fingernails on his arms. Alam niyang lumubog ito, at malamang ay may kaunting dugo. He knew. She doesn't know what to say to Oscar. She cheated on him. Kinakain siya ng kanyang konsensya. Oscar is waiting inside her house. She saw him cooking, and when Oscar saw her, he walked and kissed her on forehead. "So how was it?" Tanong ni Oscar at pinagpatuloy nito ang pagluluto. She sat down on one of the chairs there. Ibinaba ang bag at folder na hawak. Nilingon siyang muli ni Oscar nang hindi siya sumagot. "Hon, are you okay?" Tanong muli ni Oscar. She just nodded. She held the folder to him. He was confused, but he opened it and read the papers there. What got into him? This is nonsense. Naiintindihan ni Charmaine ang reaksyon ng kasintahan. Nakasaad sa papel na iyon na hindi siya qualify for annulment. Nakasaad din sa papel na sila ay makakasuhan, kung ipagpapatuloy nila ang kanilang relasyon, dahil mayroon siyang asawa. Ako ang kakausap sa kanya. Ano ang tingin niya? Pakakawalan kita dahil lang dito. Sinasabi ko na nga ba? He is gonna take advantage of you. Isasali ka lang niya sa mga collections niya. Sumisigaw na si Oscar. Charmaine stood up and turned off the stove. Can you please relax? Aniya. How? How would I do that, Charmaine? Tell me. Paano ako magre-relax kung alam ko na lumiliit ang pag-asa, na makasama kita habang buhay? He sat down. Nanghina siya sa nabasa. Hinilamos niya ang kamay sa kanyang mukha at buhok. Mahal na mahal kita, Charmaine. Hindi ko kayang mawala ka. Sana naiintindihan mo kung saan ako nanggagaling. Oscar is frustrated. Ang bigat ng kanyang nararamdaman. Matagal niyang hinintay na mahalin din siya ni Charmaine, ngunit sa isang iglap ay bigla na lamang mawawala ang lahat. Mabilis na lumuhod si Charmaine sa paanan ni Oscar, at agad itong niyakap. Hindi niya maiwasan ang lumuha. Lalo pa at nagtaksil siya sa lalaking walang ginawa, kundi ang siya'y mahalin. Let him in. Walter was already expecting Oscar to come and see him. Pagpasok pa lamang nito sa kanyang opisina, ay kita na ang galit sa emosyon ng lalaki. Let her go. Panimula ni Oscar. Who? My wife. Sinadya ni Walter na diinan ang huling salita na sinabi. Nananodie ka ba talaga? Hindi ko alam kung paanong kasal kayo. Ngunit malalaman ko rin naman, dahil mayroon nang nag-aasikaso nito. Kahit anong gawin mo, mananatili siyang asawa ko, at hindi magiging sayo. Walter is very calm, but deep inside, he wants to punch this man. Bakit mo ito ginagawa? May nagawa ba kaming mali sayo? Parang awa mo na Mr. Silva. Kung gusto mo na lumuhad ako sa harapan mo ay gagawin ko. Pakawalan mo lang siya. Naglalaban ang kanilang mga mata. Ngunit kitang-kita ang sakit sa mga mata ni Oscar. Alam ni Walter na nasasaktan ito, ngunit hindi siya maaaring magpatinag. Asawa niya si Charmaine. Walter stood up, and put both his hands in his pocket. I cannot do that. I am not fan of annulment. Besides, she's a total package. Bakit ko papahihirapan ang sarili ko na maghanap ng ibang asawa, kung nandito na ang isang kagaya ni Charmaine? He smirked. Nonsense ang pag-uusap na ito. Hinding-hindi ko siya pakakawalan kung iyan ang akala mo. Hindi ako natatakot sa'yo. Mahal niya ako at hindi siya magpapadala sa mga gusto mo. Oscar is about to open the door to leave. Let's see. I have something that she can't refuse. Tumingin lamang si Oscar kay Walter, at mabilis na umalis. Padabog nitong senaryo ang pinto. Walter threw everything he could. Hindi makatulog si Charmaine. It was almost a week when his stranger husband almost made love to her. Buti na lamang ay kumatok ang secretary nito, at mayroong importanteng meeting, kaya hindi nila natuloy ang kanilang kalaswan. She almost gave herself that easy. Samantalang sila ni Oscar, ay halos 3 taon nang magkasintahan, ngunit madalas niya pa rin itong tinatanggihan. Dumating na rin sa punto na gusto na nito na may mangyari sa kanila, ngunit siya ang may ayaw dahil hindi pa siya handa. Ngunit noong araw na iyon, hindi niya maintindihan ang sarili. Bakit parang ang bilis-bilis niyang muntik isuko ang bataan? Isa pang gumugulo sa kanyang isip, ay ang sinabi ni Oscar sa kanya. Pinuntahan daw nito si Walter sa opisina upang kausapin, at ayaw daw talaga nitong magpatinag. Paninindigan daw ni Walter ang kanilang pagiging kasal sa papel. Ngunit pinaiimbestigahan na raw ito ni Oscar, kaya huwag na raw siyang mag-alala pa. Natigil ang kanyang pag-iisip nang makarinig ng tunog ng doorbell. She looked at her clock beside her bed. 1 a.m. Kinuha niya ang sleeping robe at isinuot. Nakasuot lamang siya ng manipis na nighties. Sunod-sunod ang tunog ng doorbell, kaya't halos patakbo niyang binaba ang hagdanan. Paglabas ng front door ay naglakad pa ulit siya ng kaunti palapit sa gate. Ang kanilang nag-iisang katulong ay kanyang pinagbakasyon muna, dahil kaya naman niya ang mga gawaing bahay, at wala naman ang kanyang magulang. Laking gulat niya nang makita ang isang tao, na kahit sa panaginip ay hindi niya maiisip na naroon. Walter Silva, what are you doing here? She asked. Open your gate first. Nilalamok na ako dito. Pagmamaktol ni Walter na parang bata. Mabilis binuksan ni Charmaine ang kandado ng gate. Sinilip niya kung sino ang kasama ng lalaki. Nasaan ang sasakyan mo? Nagpahatid lang ako dito. Diretso itong pumasok sa loob, na akala mo ay pagmamayari niya ang kanilang bahay. Ano ba kasi ang ginagawa mo dito? Naiinis na tanong ni Charmaine. I can't sleep. I wanna see you. He looked around her house. Yeah, my house is not bigger than yours of course. Pakiramdam ni Charmaine ay naliliitan ito sa kanyang bahay. You live with your parents? Yeah. He turned around and faced her. Yes, Charmaine answered him casually. You can stay with me. Married couple should be living together. Then Walter noticed what she was wearing. Mabilis pinulupot ni Charmaine ang robo sa kanyang katawan. He just smiled and sat down on the long wooden chair. Stay with me, Charmaine. Give your parents some privacy. I don't know what game you were trying to play, Mr. Silva. Pero uulitin ko sa iyo. I have a boyfriend at ikakasal na kami. So please, leave. Tumayo si Walter at lumapit sa kanya. Lalo siyang naging maliit sa harap nito, dahil wala siyang suot na kahit ano sa paa. There are so many things I can do, to make his life miserable. Kagaya na lang nang sirain siya, upang wala nang mag-invest. I mean, he is still my wife. Nakikiapid siya sa may asawa. Walter played his finger on her skin. Kinilabutan si Charmaine sa ginawa nito. You can't do that. Leave him alone. Walter held her chin and pulled it up, so she could look at him. You're my wife, Charm. Hindi mo na mababago yun. So just accept it and live with me. I promise to give you the life that you deserve. He kissed her with just a tap. You don't know how long I've waited for you. And now that you're back. Wala nang makakapaghiwalay pa sa atin. He kissed her again. Itinulak ni Charmaine si Walter, at umatras siya palayo rito. Tama na, hindi ko iiwan si Oscar. Umalis ka na, please lang. Walter walked near her and held her arms. Napadiin ito at damang-dama ang galit. Liwan mo siya whether you like it or not. Kayang-kaya ko siyang sirain, kapag hindi mo siya iniwan. No, hindi ko siya iiwan. Matigas na sagot ni Charmaine. Lalong napadiin ang hawak ni Walter, sa dalawang braso ni Charmaine. Ang tigas ng ulo nito. Ang gusto lang naman niya ay sumama ito sa kanya. Ngunit agad din niyang binitawan ito, nang makitang may tumulong luha sa mga mata ng babae. I am sorry. Masakit ba? Huminahon si Walter, at hinimas ang mga braso ni Charmaine, na animoy sa pamamagitan nito ay mapapawi ang sakit. Nang hindi sumagot si Charmaine, ay naupo siyang muli sa wood chair. Ibabalik ko lahat ng nawalang negosyo ng iyong ama, if you're going to live with me. Mula sa pagkakayo ko ay napatunghay si Charmaine kay Walter. Pinunasan niya ang mga luha sa kanyang pisngi. What did you just say? Tanong niya sa lalaki. Gusto niyang marinig ulit ang sinabi nito. Nalaman ko na nawala lahat ng negosyo ng iyong ama, hindi ba? Nalugi at ibinente niya. Kaya kong makuha lahat iyon, at maibalik sa kanya. Why would you do such things? I'm desperate. I want you in my life, Charm. Just say yes, at ngayon mismo ay ipaaasikaso ko na lahat sa aking attorney. Less than a week ay maaari nang maibalik sa iyong ama ang lahat-lahat.